with volume. I am no good at drawing those types of figures, so you'll have to bear with me. So we will probably look closer to the examples that are given in your book today, just so that you don't have to try to see my drawing and understand my drawing. We're going to break this lesson into two separate parts. Today we're going to focus just on finding area of irregular shapes. On Monday we're going to do the second part of this lesson where we're finding volume of irregular shapes. Okay? Today's lesson should not be very hard, but we're going to be applying some of those formulas that we've been learning along the way. How to find area of a rectangle, how to find area of a triangle or a trapezoid or a parallelogram. Okay? So those formulas that we have been working with, that I have been preaching to you, write them step by step. And most of you are like, but Mrs. Wyman, I know what 7 times 5 is. Okay, I get that. But I'm telling you, you're going to confuse yourself a lot less the more organized you stay. Okay? When we get into the lesson next Tuesday dealing with surface area, it's not that that's a hard lesson, but there's a lot of steps. Okay? And especially with that one, if you don't follow the formula, you will not get the correct answer. So, what we're going to do today, and it's probably not going to take us real long, but I'm just going to show you a couple examples of how we make sure that we can break shapes into, or irregular shapes into shapes that we know how to find the area of. Okay? And being able to understand what sides are congruent or have the same measurement, all of that kind of stuff. Okay? So, let's start just with a basic figure that looks like, okay, and this should be a little bit of a review for you. You should remember some of this from last year. Okay, and let's say this is 10 feet. This is 12 feet. Okay, this is 7 feet. This is 6 feet. Okay, just by looking at this shape, there are some things you should be able to tell me. Okay, I'll use a different color here. If I look at this shape, for this side right here, I don't have a measurement. And for this top part right here, I don't have a measurement. Is there a way to figure that out? Okay, yes, there is. Because we know that if I were to expand this shape to make it a full rectangle, opposite sides would have to be the same, right? Okay? So if this whole side is 12, this whole side here, this part here, I'm going to make it just a little bit darker here, and this top part here have to equal the same length as the opposite side. Okay? So if this is 7, what does this have to be? It has to be 5 feet. Okay? How do I figure out this one here in orange? How do I figure out what the length of that measurement would be? Okay, I'm hearing 4. How do I know that it's 4 feet? Kaden?
Because the 6 feet, like you would make the rectangle, 6 feet would already be taken up, so therefore we got 10.
Okay. If I would imagine drawing this line straight down here, okay, do you see how that makes a rectangle here? If this side of my rectangle is 6, what does that tell me about 6? I mean, about this side. That it has to be 6 also, okay? But that's only to right here. Now if I look at it as this rectangle, this whole side here, and I'm going to draw the line a little bit closer, but this line here has to be the same as this side here, right? If this is 10, and from here to here takes up 6, what does this part have to be? 4. Because I want this whole length here to be the same as this length here. because I want my opposite sides of my rectangle to measure the same. Okay? That should not be totally new for you, right?
No.
Okay.
Are we working on the area or perimeter?
We're going to be working on area. Okay? So, if I were to erase all of this extra drawing stuff I have in here and just write in all of our numbers, let me use the same color. Okay, I know now that this is 4 feet. Alright, I'm going to find the area of this. I have to find the area. Okay? And there is no magic formula for finding the area of an irregular shape like this. So I have to break it into smaller shapes that I know how to find the area of. Okay? I can do this one of 2 ways. The first way, I'm going to do in orange for you. Okay? So I could decide, oh, I want to cut my shape into 2 different shapes right here. Okay? I want to draw that down. Now I have shape A and I have shape B. If I want to find the area of this rectangle right here, I have to take length times width, right? Length times width. My length is 7 times my width is 6. So 7 times 6 is
42.
So shape A the area equals 42 feet squared, right? Because I'm dealing with area again, so it has to be squared. Now I have to find the area of shape B. Shape B, you have to make sure that you're careful and you don't take 12 because that's the whole length of the entire bottom, right? Okay? I'm just looking at this much of the shape here. So I have to use 5. Would I use 4 or 10? 10. Okay? So area here equals length times width. So area equals 5 times 10, which is, so shape B, I'll move this up in 1 second. Area equals 50. If I wanted to find the area of the entire shape as a whole, I would have to add, hold on, I would have to add shape A plus shape B. So 42 plus 50 is 92 feet squared. Okay? I could also decide this time that I want to do my shapes this way. Here's shape A, here's shape B. On your board, show me what numbers would I use to find the area of shape A? What numbers would I use to find the area of square A? Okay, I'm seeing a lot of you that say I have to use this length here and this width here. That is correct. Area equals 4 times 5. So area equals 20 feet squared. What about B? Show me the numbers you would have to multiply together on B. If I were finding the area of shape B right here, what would I multiply together? Great job. Seeing a lot of 12 times 6. Okay, I cannot just use the 7 because that's not the full distance all the way across. My bottom shows me the full distance all the way across of this shape, so I have to use 12. I cannot use 10 because that's the distance of how tall it is total. I'm only dealing with this much of the shape. That's why I use 6 versus 10. What is 12 times 6? 72. 72 plus 20. 92 feet squared. So, just to prove to you, it does not matter how you break this shape up, you will get the same answer. Okay? Ready to do your own?
Yes. Do we have to do both ways?
No, as long as you can get the correct answer once, I'm fine with that.
Is this our ticket?
This is your ticket to SSR, yes. Hold on. I'm gonna retract my statement for just a moment because I want to do one where it's not just rectangles. Okay? So I have a shape that looks like this. Okay? This is 10 meters. This is 7. This side is 3. This side is 6. This side is 5. This part is 6. And this from here to here is 13. Okay, that's just showing you that if I drew a line straight down there, that from here to here would be 6 meters. Okay, so this one, you can do one of 2 ways. Actually, there's probably more than just 2 ways, but I can think of 2. You can do it where you break it into a triangle and 2 rectangles. You can do it where you break it into a trapezoid and a rectangle. Okay? If I were to do my line dividers here and here would be my triangle, my rectangle, my rectangle. Okay, that's probably going to be the easiest one for you. If you want to do trapezoid, obviously you would just draw a line right here. There's your trapezoid. Here's your rectangle. I don't care which one you do. You can do triangle, rectangle, rectangle, or you can do trapezoid, rectangle. I would say most of you probably remember the formula for a triangle, but probably not a trapezoid. Okay, so let's do the triangle first. My triangle says area of a triangle, 1/2 of my base times my height. Okay, if this is 5 and this is 3, my total height is, so my base is 6, so area equals 1/2 of 6 times my height, which is 8. Are you following that? Who's lost? Raise your hand if you're lost. Okay, show me where you're confused, or tell me. Okay, let's look at this. If I were to look specifically at this small little rectangle here, do you see that?
Yeah.
Okay, do you see how this side is 5? So that means opposite side, this part right here is 5, right? Are we following that?
Yeah.
If this is 5, it's telling me this part is 3. So if I want to know how tall that is in general, I have to have 5 plus 3, right? Okay, so that gives me 8, correct?
Yeah.
So my whole side here is 8. If this side is 8,